Howdy guys and girls, we're back here, it's Big Les in the shack, and today we're doing something completely different. Due to the cost of meat is just going through the roof, guys. So I decided I fancied something like a brisket, but I didn't want to pay brisket price. So I've seen it on the internet and let's give it a try. I bought a whole pork belly. It's the size of a full pack of brisket, but it cost me £25. And we're going to get some bonus cooks out of this because it does have the ribs in, so we're going to trim the ribs out, we're going to cook them along the side. We are going to take that rind off, and if you want, you can score that up, make some great crackling, but we're going to focus on getting that beautiful sliced pork belly that looks like a brisket. Come in, guys, and let's get this prepped up. Back to my pork belly. So I've popped this pork belly out of the vac seal pack. You can see it's got beautiful meat to fat ratio. It's a real meaty piece. You see here on the underside, still got the ribs in. So we're going to trim off the ribs. We're going to tidy up the edges. We're going to take off any bits that we don't want. So I'm going to get in with my boning knife and I'm just going to release the ribs. I'm going to follow the line of the bones and I'm just going to trim these off. And like I say, bonus cook, we are going to cook these alongside the pork belly and have these as a snack. That's the ribs taken out. We'll trim them up, tidy them up in a minute. There's a couple of bits of cartilage we just need to make sure we remove. That's it deboned. I'll flip it over and then same again. I'm going to try and I'll just remove the rind. Try and leave some of that fat on. I'm going to get on with removing the rind. I'm not going to make you watch it all. I'll bring you back when I've butchered it up. Right. Butchered off that skin, that rind. Like I say, you can score that up, cook it separately. But today we're going to focus on getting some beautiful slices of pork belly. We're going to shape it up now because you can see we've got some sort of fatty sections. And we don't want to have that spoiling the cook. We want the fat, but we just don't want burnt edges. So we're going to shape it up, make it look nice and beautiful like a brisket. Tidy this edge up. And I'm going to round out these corners. Corners mean burnt edges. Take off this edge here. Round it again. Again, you don't have to waste any of this. Trim it up, grind it up, make sausages. Let's flip around. Carry on just trimming this edge. You don't have to do this trim part, but I just want to make it look pretty like a brisket. And again, I'm just going to trim off this edge. And then flip it. Let me get rid of that, it's bloody useless. Just this edge here, it's that big it don't fit on my chopping board. this edge here because it looks like there's bits hanging off. We just don't want things that are hanging and that are going to burn. I think you say that it's trimmed up and looks like a pretty damn good brisket. We're going to season it up. You can go Texas style and just go for salt and pepper, but I am going to use my Big Les barbecue rub, and if you check down in the description below I will leave all the ingredients for the rub. And with all my porky dishes I'm going to use my French's mustard as a bit of a smear, so get a bit of a slaver on there. Make sure you get it on them edges because we want all them edges to stick. Always give your shaker a good rub, shake up before you're going to cover the meat, just to make sure that you get all the spices mixed up. And let's get the underside coated. You'll see there's plenty of pepper, salt, there is some sugar in there for sweetness, and then a couple of other cheeky little ingredients in my rub. Make sure, like we say, get all them edges. Them edges are just as important. This is where you make a mess of your entire board. Just fits on my chopping board. We are going to be cooking this fat cap up. So this is our presentation side, so we'll finish on this. Again, get that French's mustard slaver on that fat cap and then season up the fat cap. Make sure you get all them edges, like I say, coated up. You can dab your belly pork on your board afterwards. I'm going to let that sit, hang out on the board. Let's get the barbecue prepped up, and I'm also going to prep up them cheeky ribs as a pitmaster privilege while the belly pork's cooking. That's what you call value for money. Pork belly brisket, ribs and some crackling, all out of that £25 cut of meat. And I know I keep saying it, but does that look like a brisket or does that look like a biscuit? Brisket? Biscuit? I can't talk properly today because I'm so excited about trying this. Check it out, guys. We're gonna fire up my kettle Joe. It is my favourite barbecue at the moment. I've got some charcoal down in the bottom of it. I'm going to take our natural firelighters. Don't use any petrol based ones, always use these bad boys. I'm going to set them up on top. I'm going to fire them up. Get that fire built in the middle. Get them vents open and let it start warming up. And we're going to be smoking with apple wood again, guys. So we're going to get a nice chunk ready of apple wood. Big, heavy smoke flavours. I'll get this ready. As soon as that pit's coming up to temp, we'll throw her on. The pit is coming up to temp. So we'll start to ramp it down. We are going to be cooking this at around 120 degrees Celsius, 250 degrees Fahrenheit. Seems to be my perfect sweet spot for cooking smoked meats. So we'll shut that down to the first notch on the top and a finger's width at the bottom. And we'll get ready for loading that meat. But before we do, guys, I hope you're enjoying the cook. If you are, give us a thumbs up, leave me that comment. If you share the video, oh wow, that would be amazing. Go on, share it for us, guys. I am really trying to make this channel grow and it's great entertainment for you guys. that's why you're watching. You'll see I've got the heat deflector plate in, and we've put in a small foil pan as a dripping pan. That's to protect our beautiful pork belly brisket. So let's get that centered over that dripping pan. This is the time to make sure you shape your meat. And as I said earlier, smoky. Bonus cook the ribs, looking rather nice and trim. My daughter is looking forward to eating them. We're going to pop them on the pit as well. We're going to shut this lid up and we're going to roll them naked for at least 4 hours. We're going to check the temp in 4 hours. I may come in between that just to check the surface, but there's plenty of fat in there, so I'm hoping it won't dry out. If it does dry out, we'll give it a spritz, but I'll bring you back, guys. At 4 hour mark, we're going to probe it, we're going to check the temp, we're going to feel for tenderness, and then we'll come up with the next action plan where they're going to wrap it or finish the cook off completely naked, guys. See you when it's time to check. Bye. We are back. It's 6 hours in, guys. I did wrap it at the 5 hour mark, and I also give it a couple of spritzes, but I didn't have time to turn on the video. I'm getting our motorhome ready for our Europe trip. We're heading off to see as many countries as we can in the next fortnight. I wrapped the ribs after 3 hours, left them on for another 2, and then I pulled them. They're just resting. Pitmaster privilege snack. This is what I'm on about, guys. £25. We've got ribs. We also popped in that skin. Beautiful, crispy, crackling. And the pork belly brisket. I have been probing it for tenderness, and the probe is just passing through, guys. I'm not sure if you can see. And it was probing around that 205 degrees Fahrenheit. I'll convert it to Celsius up here. But it also feels like it's let up. It feels nice and soft and jiggly. It's dripping. So we're going to take it out. We're going to pop it on that board, and we're going to let it cool down for slicing. And I think a good slicing temp's around that 145 degrees Fahrenheit. So we are just going to leave it in the tea towel, cooling down on that board, and then we're going to unwrap and go in for some slicing. See you soon, guys. I'm so excited and I just can't hide it. I'm about to lose control and I think you like it. I am going to turn it off now. It's nicely cooling down to slicing temp. Ooh. It's probing at the minute at around 162, but I can't wait any longer. I want to get into this belly pork brisket. So should we open it up? Let's do the reveal. You guys are just wanting to see that beautiful back. Oh, super juicy. Still super hot. But check out that back. Drop it onto the chopping board. Oh, it's lost a little bit. Pitmaster privilege. Any of that juice, just get it served on the belly pork. It makes it look pretty. What do you think? Does that look like a brisket? Hell yes, I think it does. Let's go in for a slice. Let's get our super slicer. Should we cut it down the middle? Just cut through beautifully. There you go, guys. Beautiful cross section. Let's see if we can get a slice in here. Pull that so you can see. Check it out, guys. Pretty much like lovely piece of brisket. We're about a 1/4 inch thick. Still holding up its own weight. Pulls under just a little bit of tension. I'm just going to have to taste this back. That is absolutely stunning, guys. Shall we make a tasty little snack with our pork belly brisket? I think we shall. Let's get in to making a tasty snack with this pork belly brisket. I've got a chipotle chili wrap, and that's been warming up in the barbecue. I'm going to take some greens. We're going to make it look nice and pretty. It's got some beets in it. It's got some rocket in it. I'm going to take a beautiful slice of that pork belly brisket, and then one of my favourite ingredients at the minute, guys, some jalapeno chili jam. Shall we add a bit of that crackling in? Or shall we just eat it? Bit of crunch. I'm coming in with you guys. I'm going to share this beautiful bite. Back off a bit, we're getting a lot of focus. Brisket, chipotle chili wrap, jalapeno chili jam. That is stunning. Crunch, sweet, heat, porky, smoky. 25 quid. All of that. And bonus, we've still got some ribs to eat. Yeah, I would call that, guys, a success. You must give this a try. Hope you've enjoyed the cook, guys. Give us that thumbs up, like, subscribe. Wait a minute. Disaster. Pup Central. Waiting for the taste test. How could we forget? You ready? Give us a thumbs up if these dogs like the brisket. That's a double thumbs up, guys. Come on, smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. And also, check out this video over here. Hope you've enjoyed it. We'll see you in the next cut, guys. I'm going to get on with eating this.